Are your people working hard but not reaching their full potential? The problem is not effort, it is development. At the Modern Observer Group, we transform workforce development into real performance. Our human-centered achievement programs help your team think better, communicate stronger, and execute at a higher level. That means higher employee engagement, stronger leadership, and measurable results across your organization. If you want a workforce that performs, leads, and delivers, it is time to invest in your people. Visit modernobserver.com and discover how the Modern Observer Group helps you build a workforce that wins.
Cuba blacked out. Platner accused of sexual assault. Microsoft announces layoffs, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. The Hamas terrorist group said Monday it had dissolved its government in Gaza and is preparing to transfer power to a technical committee backed by the United Nations as part of a U.S. brokered ceasefire deal. Hamas did not say whether it planned to take the crucial step of disarming or handing over security to an international force, but described its decision as evidence of its commitment to Gaza's reconstruction after years of war. It was unclear if the move, announced by a lower-level official, would lead to any meaningful change on the ground. Cuba's national electric grid collapsed Monday at midday, leaving about 10 million people without power. The country's grid operator, UNE, reported that it was investigating the cause of the nationwide blackout. Nearly two-thirds of the country was already without electricity when the full grid failure occurred. Cuba has experienced months of power outages lasting hours and more recently days. The outages have been linked in part to an aging grid and a U.S.-imposed oil blockade that has limited the island's fuel supply. The blackout affected residents during Caribbean summer heat and added to ongoing disruptions tied to rolling outages. Cuba has struggled to maintain power during a years-long economic crisis. The latest collapse followed a period of increased pressure from the United States under President Donald Trump. Graham Platner, the Democrats' Senate nominee in Maine, paused campaign events Monday after being accused of sexual assault as Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, along with the Maine Democratic Party, urged him to withdraw from the race. Jenny Rassicott, age 41, a woman Platner previously dated, alleges he assaulted her in late 2021 while he was heavily intoxicated. An accusation the candidate said was categorically false. He said Monday that he's weighing the best path forward with a deadline of July 13th to withdraw from the ballot. Democrats Ro Khanna, Ruben Gallego, and Ed Markey have rescinded their endorsements of him. Platner is challenging GOP Senator Susan Collins in a race Democrats view as critical to retaking the Senate. Platner has weathered prior controversies, including sexually explicit text messages, offensive social media posts, a Nazi-linked tattoo, and campaign staff upheaval. The U.S. Supreme Court declined Monday to block a Texas law requiring app stores and developers to verify the age of mobile device users. The law also requires minors to obtain parental consent before downloading apps or making purchases. The justices denied requests from challengers seeking to lift a lower court decision that allowed the law to take effect while litigation continues. The Computer and Communications Industry Association, whose members include Apple and Google, sued alongside a student coalition and individual students. They argued the law violates First Amendment protections. Texas passed the App Store Accountability Act in 2025. The law requires accounts belonging to users under 18 to be linked to a parent or guardian. Before a minor downloads an app, the parent or guardian must receive notice of the app's age rating and provide approval. The case continues in lower courts. U.S. measles cases are approaching last year's annual total in roughly half the time. Federal data updated July 2nd reported 2,170 confirmed measles cases in the United States in 2026. Last year, the U.S. reported 2,289 confirmed cases, the highest annual total since measles was declared eliminated in 2000. Cases this year have been reported by 41 jurisdictions, including 40 states, the District of Columbia, New York City, and New York State. 12 cases involved international visitors. Federal data listed 31 new outbreaks in 2026, 93% of confirmed cases, or 2019 of the 2,170, are outbreak associated. Microsoft is eliminating 4,800 jobs, representing 2.1% of its workforce, with the company's Xbox division losing about one-fifth of its staff in the software giant's latest effort to cut costs in the era of artificial intelligence. The way technology is built, deployed, and used is transforming faster than at any point in my time here, Amy Coleman, Microsoft's Chief People Officer and a 27-year company veteran, wrote in a message to employees Monday. Xbox is cutting 3,200 people through fiscal year 2027, Xbox CEO Ashna Sharma wrote in an email to division employees, noting that 1,600 roles would be eliminated on Monday. The other 1,600 exiting is on top of the company-wide total of 4,800 leaving immediately. That's the Raw Naked Truth for July 7th, 2026. Remember to like and subscribe to the Raw Naked Truth wherever you listen to podcasts. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.